It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we'll have our eyes on Darnell Mooney. He's coming off 106 yards a week ago. It's the Texans and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
And we are underway from Houston. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
You look at the defense for these Texans. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air, but maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The Texans at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a play to applaud, because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball is out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived to the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Touchdown, Texans! Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Wilson will throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. Now, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
On third down, Wilson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. The second down throw now from Stroud. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First and 10, it's Stroud. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10, here's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Stroud will look to throw once more. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Stroud working out of the gun. And he rifles one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
3rd and 1, Stroud. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down. Again, it's Stroud. And that one to the right side and incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw is Wilson. That is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. $10-0 the score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Okay, ready.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that'll be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Stroud. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 26 yards. And the Texans add 6 to their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught them a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Now Wilson. And that one too wide and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Wilson and Wilson connecting here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. To about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. no place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Check match. Check match.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Let's go.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Stroud off the play fake. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Open man here is Conklin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On second down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That's pulled in at the 32. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Stroud's throw taken in by Samuel. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And Stroud now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent gain, 35 yards. The throwing again is Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darnell Mooney. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Wilson will throw again. Completes it to Hardman. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Wilson's throw into the hands here of Hardman. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Texans to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10.
Okay, break. Check. Let go.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. Ready.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Go, Reed. Go. Ready, ready.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw there complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Ready, break.
Here's Stroud. There's Mooney with another catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete to Mooney. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Let go.
Stroud will look to throw once more. This pass complete to Melton. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's able to find Melton. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Stroud on 3rd down now. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that is no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4. deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third down, Wilson. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Reagor. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And down to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Wilson. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Still shedding tackles. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin, 33 yards. And the Jets are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jalen Reagor and the offense back out for another series here. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. That is caught. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time today, when you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Got his man, Dell.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Here goes Stroud again. To the right side and caught by Dell.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Now Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Bronco. Go.
Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Stroud, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine, and why do we...
And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Houston set to take over. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The tackle by Quincy Williams. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Roll.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Hurry!
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Texans, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2.